Hello, my name's Simonize, and welcome to another Simonize stream. Today we're doing mount and binding runs. Solo on all three of our rogue characters. We'll start off with this one here, my main character, Simonize Show. We're doing Zul'Gurub Tiger Boss, Zul'Gurub Raptor Boss. We can do Kael'thas in Heroic Magisters Terrace for the Swift White Hawkstrider. We can do Attumen the Huntsman in Karazhan. And we'll do Baron Gedden and Garr in Molten Core for chances at Bindings of the Windseeker to make Thunder Fury. We can do those all solo on a rogue character. So if that's what you're interested in, let's do it. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be timestamps down below the video. You can see if you want to jump ahead to any particular boss. The first thing we're going to do is take care of setting up the talents and getting all the consumables together that we need. Wait, I think I actually already have all the consumables. Nismo, wow, hello, how's it going? Permission to swag out? Absolutely, go right ahead. Yeah, we have all our consumables, but we are gonna, since we're just soloing a whole bunch of stuff, we're gonna use a special talent specialization to make it easier. Some of these bosses you'll be able to do without a special talent spec, but certainly it makes it easier, so if you're struggling on any of them, you know, switching up the talent spec or using a bunch more of a lot of the consumables I'm going to be using, it's just going to make it easier for you. Switch into some, like, actual gear here. Igo, permission to eat lunch granted. Gotta give yourself proper nutrition. Oh, let me see. 1 second, before we get to that, let me put the stream alerts on a few other Discords real quick. One, two, three. Okay. Now, yesterday we had some internet issues, and I tried to investigate as best I could what the source of the problem was. Couldn't really figure it out. However, what I was able to do was, prior to stream today, I did internet speed tests like roughly every 5 minutes for 40 minutes leading up to the stream. And every single one of them reported good. Like, you know, I'm getting the upload rate that I expect. So, yeah, hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday with, you know, we had some serious internet problems. Well, weren't able to keep going with the stream. Also, I got some sick loot yesterday. We now have a full best-in-slot combat set on this character, and we're just one blade twister away from full best-in-slot assassination. This slot socket needs to be a bright scarlet. 70 gold. Whatever, that's fine. Do I have glyph of evasion? Evasion, do I have preparation? Oh, I've got evasion, prep, and fan. Okay, those are the glyphs I need. What about my other potions and stuff? Okay, we're gonna, I'm gonna fix the talent spec, and then we're gonna come back and make sure I have all the consumables. Really, if you want to go through this quick, you want to give yourself every advantage you can. Like, it's possible to go in here with less consumables or a less good talent spec, but you know, you're gonna struggle and you're gonna wipe sometimes, and like that's slow and annoying. Okay, which talent spec do I want to change? Probably the combat one. So let's go to the combat one, reset the talents, and I'll show you what we're working with here. Creeps 2K22 says, good evening from Germany. Hello, Creeps. How's it going?
Hey there.
Unlearned talents.
See you around.
Yes. Now we go. Subtlety. All of these. This one. 1 point there, 1 point there, 1 point there. Now we go back to combat. We can skip Sinister Strike because we're not going to use it. We're using Repost. 2 points Endurance, Lightning Reflexes, Blade Flurry, Weapon Expertise. Now I have 3 points I need to spend. Oh, I missed this talent. There we go. This and that. This, then straight across on this level. And we have 4 points for Prey on the Weak. Perfect. Learn those talents. Then we go for Preparation, Evasion, and Fan of Knives. Just got out of work and happy to enjoy your stream. Creeps, well, that's wonderful. I hope you have a good time. I hope we get something cool today. We do these mountain binding runs, and frankly, most days we do them, we get nothing. But last week, we've gotten so far, we've been doing them for 9 weeks. We've got 1 mount. We got a Fiery Warhorse on one of my rogues from Karazhan, and we got a Binding of the Windseeker on my Death Knight. I wanted to get these on my rogue, right? And we did them last week, and I was just like tilted. I'm like, okay, we're killing these bosses again. And I logged on to my Death Knight, who I haven't been doing runs on consistently. And I went in and, killed Baron Gedden, nothing. Killed Garr, binding drop, of course. Can you kill solo Karazhan bosses rogue? Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see it happen a couple times today. Twice. Import, export, macro. Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, that fixed up our key bindings. We can look at our consumable supply. We need a fire protection potion over here. Let's get some of those. Yeah, I'd say of all the bosses we're gonna kill today, Garr in Molten Core is definitely the most difficult. Chopping, we need Mighty Fire Protection. Get a bunch of these, 20, good enough. Don't want more of anything else. How about Mighty Agility? Oh, we need Scroll of Agility. Very low on those. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Good enough. Yeah. Okay, potion supply. We could up the supply of indestructible potion. I do not want 20 more of them. How about 14 more? There we go. Yeah, there'll be a video soon. If you're just looking for the information, that is available and has been available on the Discord. If you're just looking for the BIS list and compared the charts. If you want to read the information yourself, that's available for you on the Discord. If you want to wait for the video and have it be read to you, yeah, you have to wait a little longer. I'm not done with that yet. The only problem we have right now is a severe lack of inventory space. Let me see if I have any room in my bank. I have 3 slots available in my bank. Why am I keeping a Gut Gore Ripper? Now we have 4 slots available in my bank. All these other items. Okay, not that one. Now I have 5 slots available in my bank. This one's actually good to keep. Deadly Gladiator's Belt of Triumph. No, thank you. No, thank you. We're gonna have to slim down the bank slots a little bit. Grim Toll, no. Sure, I have PvP gear stored somewhere else here, yeah. Frick my stupid PvP gear. Unenchanted, you know, raid gear from the previous phase, though, I'm definitely keeping that. Okay, now we have more inventory slots. Let's put my Bone Scythe armor into the bank. And let's see, Bone Scythe gauntlets. What else should we put in the bank? Decapitator? Sure. Godbane? Sure. I don't think I use Godbane in either of my gear sets. Gressel can go back in the bank for now. Fang of Oblivion. There we go. Now we've freed up some inventory space. I don't need any of these things. Okay. We're good to head out now. Put this into... Whoopsies. There we go. Pendulum. Equip. And then we're going to go with a Life Ward weapon and the other Life Ward weapon. The Life Ward enchants on the weapons is really the only special bit of gear that I use for these runs. Go to Sentinel Hill. Alright, we'll head to Zul'Gurub first. Take out Tiger Boss, take out Raptor Boss. Actually, Raptor Boss first, then Tiger Boss. So, let me get the channel prediction up. Will Raptor mount drop? Question mark. Yes or no? Prediction's up. I will... It's up for 30 minutes, but I'll just close the prediction right before we actually loot the boss. Which will be way sooner than 30 minutes from now. Oh yeah, I was gonna vendor some of these items. These two. So I had a little bit more inventory space. And sort some of this also. There we go. Slightly better organized inventory. I know you guys always get upset that I don't have a Bagnon or whatever, some kind of inventory add-on. But, you know what? It's okay. Yeah, I can manage these bags just fine. So the reason we're going this way to get to Zul'Gurub is because we want to go to Zandalar Island to pick up a Swiftness of Zanza elixir. It's going to give us 20% increased movement speed, which is going to be really useful for the Raptor boss. I like to see 2x MSA, King's Fall, 2x Cold Rage Dagger, though. Those are in my bank. They aren't in my, you know, character bags, but I do have those in the bank. I hold on to a lot of old items on this character. This one's my main, so like every expansion, you know, I get everything. What the hell? Oh, shit. Fellow rogue man. Salute. He looked like he was in trouble. What is he? Is he not even gonna emote back to us? Hello? You looked like you needed some help. Stay safe out there. The Defias gang are dangerous. Relax. Alright, he's vibing. I don't think he was big on the whole, like, talking thing. Dude, that guy was effed if I didn't dismount and press Fan of Knives and save his ass. He had like 15% health and he had 3 equal level mobs on him. Whatever. We don't do it. We don't do it for the praise. We don't do it for the fame. We do it because it's the right thing to do. Saving your brethren in World of Warcraft. Now, this move speed elixir we're picking up is not strictly necessary. Just like a lot of the things we're doing, not strictly necessary. You could kill these bosses without them, but, you know, you know, every little advantage you peel away, you know, makes it more difficult, less consistent, you know, higher chance of wiping, etc. So we pile up enough advantages that makes it so it should be pretty easy, pretty straightforward, low risk of dying. What we did there with the Zanzas is these are unique, so you can only have one in your bag at a time. But we grabbed one, then immediately drank it, so we have the buff active, and then we got another one. So if we die, which unlikely, we have another one in our bags, so we don't have to go all the way back to the island. And it's like, man, I go to that island all the time to pick up new Swiftness of Zanza. I'll use it for something eventually. On the way to the Raptor boss. We're just trading out basically a feathered raptor for a not feathered raptor. Hopefully. You know, if the mount actually drops. That would be hype. And we could do that. Blood Scout Mystic. Level 38. There's a bunch of people out in the world leveling these days because they got Joyous Journeys. Big experience boost. People always level up ults when that buff comes around. And that will last until, I believe, the 21st. So if you're thinking about leveling up an ult, now's a good time to do it. 50% bonus to experience gain is no joke. It makes the leveling significantly faster. 50% increase? Yeah. Pretty big deal. Some may say 50% faster. Oh, shoot, dude. This is World of Warcraft, after all. This isn't World of Friendscraft. Okay? We're in a war against the Horde. I think that guy's hardcore run is over. Let's peep the combat log. Okay. So we did stealth. We were on mount. We jumped off stealth into cheap shot within a second of each other. I must have double tapped the button and tried to fire off a kick that didn't happen. My melee crit the guy for about 3,000 damage, which was over twice his health. So then he's dead. I'd say we're winning the war here on Benediction's server. Alliance is definitely winning the World of Warcraft. Did I repair gear? No I didn't, but that's fine. Not a problem. It's not like we're gonna die repeatedly. Surely that won't happen. There we go. We're in. Almost time for Raptor Boss. Oh, there's one thing. Use Hemorrhage and not Sinister Strike. There's a, we talented into Hemorrhage. We ought to put that on the bar instead of the basic ass Sinister Strike. Oh, Hakkar, just chilling up there. Don't worry. Your sovereign... Hang on. Your callous disregard for the sovereign might of the Gurubashi Empire has been noted. I think this guy noted it. The inhabitants of Zul'Gurub, yep, have been alerted to your presence. Minions of Hakkar. Okay, I'm not going to read that whole thing. We're just going to go kill the Raptor boss. Invaders encroach upon holy ground. The altar of blood must be protected. Don't worry, I'm not after the altar of blood. Hakkar doesn't need to worry about me coming up on the altar of blood. That shit's not gonna happen. There we go. Because all we need to do is go to the Raptor boss and the Tiger boss, and, like, he can have his Temple of Blood or whatever he wants to call it. I don't even care. Do I have... Yeah, I have Snow Plums. Okay. Let's get all of our buffs out. Battle Elixir, Drum, Scroll, Rune Scroll of Fortitude, Food buff. Instant Poison there. Deadly Poison there. And before we pull the boss, we actually have to kill some of the trash mobs around here. We're going to kill this pack of raptors and that pack of raptors, and that's going to give us enough room, because our, main strategy fighting Bloodlord Mandakir is kiting him around in a circle around the temple a lot. So we want to wipe out these raptors so we have room to achieve that. Okay. Any good raptor loot? Damn. One day we'll get another Razashi hatchling and sell it for like 1,000 gold or whatever. No Razashi hatchling today. Once we heal the full, we'll be good. Annihilate that dude.
Your souls to Hakkar himself.
Good. So we'll open up, we'll get the Raptor killed right away while putting as much damage on Hakkar as possible. Take Eviscerate. Raptor is dead. We're doing another evasion right here. So we should be able to keep fighting pretty safely. Always want to use my Repost and Ghostly Strike whenever they're available. Oh, evasion has faded. Okay, now it's time to engage the second phase of our strategy, which is run away until evasion is off cooldown again.
Stop casting.
Very advanced strategy. Also, I forgot to cloak off the debuff I got from all the Raptor ads, but, you know, not a big deal. This is the part where the move speed from the elixir is very nice to have. You know, it gives you a much bigger margin for error on this section. And I put a nice big skull mark on the boss, because sometimes whenever he does the threatening gaze or the whirlwind, he stops. And, you know, if he does them often enough, you'll just go so far around the temple that he'll turn around and, you know, be coming the same direction as you, and you'll run into him if you don't notice that. So I'm always looking over. You see, look, he's going to turn. I think he's going to change direction soon. No, he's still coming the same direction. Yeah, okay, he turned around. Now I have to turn around in response. I'm actually gonna hold for my, I'm gonna hold for my adrenaline rush. I'm not gonna, like, right now, evasion is coming off cooldown. I could fight him a little bit again.
Stop casting.
Frick. He did this thing on me. But if we just hold until the adrenaline, we'll very clearly get him down.
Stop casting.
Project Remy, how's it going? Good morning. So far so good today. The internet was not so good yesterday, and I was pretty frustrated with that. But so far, internet's good today, and we're streaming. We're set up to have a pretty good time. Okay.
Stop casting.
Big expose armor. Lots of hemorrhage.
Stop casting.
Boom. There we go. Boss is dead. What do you guys think? Are we going to secure the Raptor mount today? Only about 4% of you by the points are believers. The doubter... Okay, so we look at... I always think this is funny. We have 11 people saying yes, 12 people saying yes, 13 people saying yes, 6 people saying no. But these percentages aren't by the number of people. They're by the number of points committed. So the doubters just always keep taking the believers' points. So there's just a handful of doubters and way more believers, but the point distribution is incredibly skewed. Okay, closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. Loot Raptor mount. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hang on. There must have been an error. But don't worry about that. We're just gonna focus on the Tiger Mount instead. Easy. Predictions up for the Tiger Mount already, you guys. Don't worry about it. We'll just get the Tiger Mount instead. Project Remu says you got 1 heirloom dagger for Assassination. Oh, very cool. Yeah, level 62, like, if you want to level Assassination, 62 when you get Envenom, that's, like, really when the spec starts to pop off. Before then, you don't have really your full toolkit of abilities, and it's kind of awful. But yeah, once you're 62, you've got Envenom or whatever. Is Envenom or whatever it's called an ability? Yes. It's one of your most important abilities. It's a finishing move. It deals nature damage and increases your chance to apply poisons to your target for a couple of seconds. So, and also, because of your Cut to the Chase talent in Assassination, it's going to refresh the duration of Slice and Dice. So what it's going to look like is, like, you go to one mob when you're starting out, you mutilate, you put up an initial Slice and Dice. And then you press an Envenom, and that Slice and Dice will go up to 20 seconds. And then you move to the next mob, you hit a Mutilate, you hit an Envenom, your Slice and Dice is back up to 20 seconds. As long as you can Envenom at least once every 20 seconds, like moving mob to mob, you like, your Slice and Dice just keeps getting automatically refreshed, and that's super good. Okay, switching to Wound Poison for this boss. We don't really need it, because this is like one of the easiest bosses, but if you are struggling on this boss, Wound Poison is very, very helpful. But we kind of, with this character, we kind of outgear it. It doesn't matter that much if we use Wound Poison or not. Can I macro Blade Flurry with Adrenaline Rush? Nope. So those are two abilities that are both on the global cooldown. Whenever you press them, it puts all your other abilities on cooldown for 1 second or something. And whenever you have two abilities that do that, you can't put them on the same button. You have some abilities, though, that, like, don't trigger the global cooldown, like Vanish. You could, if you wanted to, put Vanish and Blade Flurry on the same button, and one button press and cast both of them. There's really no sensical reason why you would do that, but that's just, like, for an example, because Vanish is not on the global cooldown. And you know that because when you press it, you know, none of your other abilities show a cooldown at all. Let's see. We have our Wound Poison. We want to set focus. And then also, we no longer need our movement speed, so we'll switch to Elixir of Mighty Fortitude. Maximum health and 20 health per 5. Did we lose anything else? Wait, I don't have Drums of the Wild. And I don't have Fortitude for some reason. Okay, there. Agility Scroll. Okay, now we're good. Tiger Boss time.
Interrupt.
Are we gonna kill this guy in 6 seconds? You've got to kill all the ads together or else they resurrect. Okay, we just barely made it. Good enough, though. That's all we need. Expose armor up. We have another evasion available, so why not? Okay, he's down. He's down. Who's believing on this one? Who's believing on the Tiger Mount? 19% of you? That's a lot. That's higher than normal, percentage-wise. Alright, let's see it. End submission. Thekkel's Grasp. This sells for 7 gold. That's pretty good. but there's no mount. Is there a way... Hang on. Is there a way I can change the default location? Interface, display, controls. Can I change where the loot window pops up? Or do I need an add-on to make that happen? Oh, open loot window at mouse. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, that's way cooler. Choose outcome. Will tiger mount drop? No. Okay, but again, just like with the raptor mount, we were just trolling with that one. What's actually going to happen is we're going to get fiery warhorse. Start prediction on fiery warhorse. We're headed to Karazhan next. Okay. You got 475 points for doubting. Yeah. Usually the doubters become rich in channel points. That's just the way it is. It's Hearthstone to Dalaran. Oh, wait, here. Before I forget. We don't need wound poison anymore. Go back to instant poison. Now, Hearthstone to Dalaran. We'll see if we can get anyone with Atiesh in Dalaran. See if we can sneak out a portal to Karazhan. Oh, hell yeah. We're getting premium service here. No Warlock with Atiesh rolling up. Our boy Novalock from the guild. Portaling us to, Wait, are we, phased? I think we're phased. There we go. Look at that. He's got the bird staff. Well, let's inspect it. Increases spell power of all party members within 30 yards by 33. Look at that. Atiesh, Great Staff of the Guardian. Portal directly to Karazhan. Owning. Look at all of these people farming Karazhan. We gotta do this and then zone in. Okay. Time for Fiery Warhorse. That's what we're getting now. For sure, 100%. There's no way it doesn't drop. Okay? It's just the way it is. Like, there's no way it doesn't drop. Trust. Can I shoot the boss through here? Perhaps? I wonder. Wonder if I can pull the boss. I don't think I can pull the boss. I think I have to go all the way around. Man, if we had some slick way to pull the boss, save like 15 seconds, that'd be awesome. Okay. Midnight. Here we go. As soon as this guy pops out, yep, we go wild. All the cooldowns. Put up the expose armor. Trying to damage both targets at once here is why I'm using eviscerates instead of ruptures. while I have Blade Flurry up because Eviscerate's damage is cloned by Blade Flurry, but Rupture is not. Oh, also I didn't use an armor potion, which is not smart. But maybe we'll be fine without it. We'll just hold for potential healing potion usage. But, like, our health is going up instead of down, which is mostly luck-based. Oh, we got this. Okay, we can't really hit effectively. We got it once before, but we had Cloak, so we removed it. This time we didn't have Cloak, but, you know, still killed it anyways. Are your guild going to clear both normal and heroic mode when it comes out? No, just heroic. You can't do both each week. You get to do one or the other, Project Remy. Oh shit, I forgot to close the prediction. End submission. Alright, I don't know how many of you guys abandoned your yes votes, but... Oops. Choose outcome. Wait, let's double check. Yeah, that's a nope. Remember to loot your badges. Okay, now we have the most important run of the day. Molten Core run on my main. Okay? This is a big deal. The question is, are we going to get Thunder Fury? Will Gedden binding drop? Question mark. Here's the next prediction. We're looking for the binding of the Windseeker from Baron Gedden. Cheesy Krusty asks, will we be allowed to go straight for Heroic Week 1? I thought you had to do one normal mode. I don't believe that's going to be a thing. I haven't heard anything about that being a thing where you're, like, restricted and have to clear it in normal mode. I think you can go straight to Heroic. Stop at the vendor here. Get rid of some crap. Beckel's Grasp. I mean, is this item really crap? It lets you turn into a giant tiger. Blessing from the Primal Gods. Is that an item we should save? Or should we get 7 gold? And an inventory. I feel like we gotta get 7 gold and an inventory slot. To Ironforge. And then to Molten Core. No mounts for my main character, but really, bindings are the important thing. Let's be real. Couldn't put heroic mode on as long as you hadn't been beaten the last boss in normal. Yeah, I've not heard anything about that. Kogarashi says that was a thing, but they changed it. Okay. Oh, you guys, I don't know if many of you guys are playing Diablo 4 also. I know, you know, most of you guys are WoW heads, not Diablo heads, but I've been playing, you know, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've also been playing Diablo 4 off stream a little bit. What I've done is I've saved up a bunch of decent ancestral items, like rares, like really good rare pants, rare legs, rare necklaces, all ancestral, and I saved up, well, first, with those items, what we're gonna do when we switch over to Diablo 4 after the mount runs is, it's basically gonna be a Gamba stream, where we take each item and we go over to the occultist and we re-roll some of the affixes and see if we can craft some, like, insane gear. And then also, I saved up 209,000 blood dust, or red dust, from the PvP zone. So we can just go to the PvP gambling vendor and buy 69 items. It is exactly enough red dust. I didn't even do this intentionally. I was just saving it up, and then I'm like, I wonder how many items I could even buy with this. It's 69. So yeah, I mean, what we're gonna do in Diablo is we're gonna get, you know, re-roll some items, see if we can get good affixes, and then gamba some items, see if we get anything good. And then I'm trying to build the character with like one gear set for PvP and one gear set for PvE. And I've found actually, like, to my surprise, I've found Diablo 4 PvP really fun. You know, you're always fighting in the PvP zones, so you're fighting over resources, and it's just hilarious when you just, you know, like, shadow step to someone, lay down 2 traps, explode their face, and then take all of their, red dust or whatever. I think the PvP in Diablo is actually really fun. And it's like, the thing is also, like, when you're PvPing, and, like, sometimes you're gonna get killed, right? But it's not that big of a deal, because all the red dust does is, like, lets you gamble for items, which usually suck anyways. So it's like, if you die and you get all your red dust robbed from you, you know, it's really, you haven't really lost that much.
Farewell.
So it's very fun. Okay, switch this back to, I don't know, Loop of the Agile. There we go. Headed straight for Baron Gedden. Yeah, I think once your team knows what they're doing in Trial of the Crusader, I think it's going to be less than 30 minutes even. Like, that raid is fast. You know, if you're quick with distributing loot, like, probably, like, if you're slow with distributing loot's going to take more time than the bosses themselves. Alright, here's the Ancient Core Hound, and we also have to fight one Lava Surger in this area. And then this is the area we will use to fight Baron Gedden. A little Expose Armor. Yeah, see, Gedden's coming around. He's the enormous Fire Elemental. Easily take out the Core Hound. Here comes the Lava Surger. Okay, Baron Gedden, among the bosses we solo, I think he's the one where you have to, like, learn how to beat him, and you actually have to press the right buttons in the right sequence. You don't need insane gear to beat this guy, but, like, gear and buffs make it easier, of course. But you can do him reasonably well with low gear level, but you've got to learn how to beat him. The main thing is, whenever he puts Living Bomb on you, you need to either use your Cloak of Shadows to remove it, or use your Feint ability to reduce the damage from the explosion. No Stealth, hello, how's it going? We're about to do Baron Gedden. Do you want to lose all your channel points by pressing believe? Or win a whole bunch of them? Gonna do the, yep. Do that. Oh, we didn't use a fire protection potion yet. Usually you should do one prior to engaging the boss. Is a good idea. Because then the potion will go on cooldown and you'll be able to use a second one during the encounter. Okay, we're gonna pop. That's fine.
Run out.
Popped again. But we had feint up for both of those. So not a huge deal.
Run out.
Oh. Okay, okay, we're fine. That was one big damage tick right there.
Run out. Run out.
Bandaging. He's doing his Inferno thing. I cloaked off the Living Bomb. It all worked out nicely.
Run out. Run out.
Taking some damage here. But we should be okay still. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. That's bad. That's bad. We took a big damage hit there. Okay, I think we're still fine.
Run out.
The main mistake we made here was not activating a fire potion prior to the fight. You know, that would have been an extra 4,500 health that we would have had. Okay. I've turned heel, succumbed to the doubters. Okay, no self. Frick, man. Cheesy Krusty says, always believe one day it will pay out. That's true. At least your ISP isn't dog chefs. Yeah. Yeah, the internet is so far so good. Okay, we got 27% believers. That's pretty good. Oh, it's on auto loot. Wait, why is it on auto loot? Cancel. Cenarian Spalders. Okay. Fellheart shoulder pads. Okay. There's another page of loot. No, there isn't another page of loot. I thought it had another down arrow. Maybe it's because I looted everything already. Okay. Choose outcome. No on the Gedden binding. Start prediction. Will Garr binding drop? This is the one we were going to get all along, of course. Pygo says, your chair looks comfy. Yeah, I like it too. I got it from IKEA. And then I assembled it all myself. Let's see. We got to heal up a little bit. 40-person raid, 2 items. Yeah, that's how it used to be. And you know what? These tier set items, they're not even good for all the classes. A lot of the tier pieces are just worse than, like, dungeon blues that are better itemized. So sometimes you go with 40 people into the raid, you kill the boss, it drops 2 or maybe 3 items, and turns out one of them is worse than a dungeon blue. So you basically got 1 item. I'm not sure if that's the case for either of these 2 particular items, but I know there's a lot of epic boss loot in Molten Core that's worse than dungeon blues. Any word on when Wowhead Bistless? Nope, that I do not know anything about that. They don't tell me. I just do the writing, and then they decide when to publish it. I've never seen Druid Ring off KT in 13 weeks. I did Nax 40. Yikes. Okay, this one, Garr, is the most difficult boss we do, so we definitely have to do everything right, or just get lucky. So let's pre-pot our Indestructible Potion, pull this guy in, Ghostly Strike, Slice and Dice, switch target to Garr, Evasion, Blade Flurry, Adrenaline, spamming Fan of Knives, repost on the boss, Expose Armor on the boss, spamming Fan of Knives still. Let's look at our buffs. Did we lose anything good already? Yeah, we did. Okay, we used our preparation. We've got another Blade Flurry going. That's going to finish off those guys. Now it's just me and Garr. Put up the Expose Armor. Put up the Ghostly Strike. Redo the repost. Rupture again. He's going to keep robbing me of my buffs. So annoying. What did he take this time? Took my Agility Scroll. Reapply it. Ghostly Strike whenever it's available, and repost whenever it's available. Well, he took, no, I still have all my buffs. Never mind, he didn't take anything from me yet. Except my dignity, he's already taken that from me. I'm in here every single week trying to kill this boss and he never gives me the binding, yet I keep coming back. Still have all of our buffs, that's good. Ghostly Strike. Okay, we got it. We got him. Okay, what's it gonna be? We gonna have Garr binding this time? 13% believers? And submissions? Lava Core? Wait, hang on. Lava Core, Essence of Earth. Core of Earth, not even looting those. Aged Core Leather Gloves, Gut Gore, and Earth Fury. No dice there. Okay, but don't worry. We have 2 more rogues to kill these bosses on. We'll get it for sure on one of them. 100%. My inventory is full. Frick. Let me delete the thing. Actually, let me delete the ZG coin. Did you already run the DK? Nope, this is the first character I'm doing today. So I have not run the DK. The DK is my only character who already has a binding. So that one's, you know, the most likely to complete a Thunder Fury today. But we're going to move on to Simonize 2. And to do that, we want to send over all of the necessary consumables. Bandages, rune scroll. Oh, we have plenty of rune scrolls. We need regular scrolls. We need dragon fin. We need the indestructible potions, fire potions. We need the runic healing injectors. What else do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2. Oh, with the 2 drums. Do we really need to send drums between each of the characters? Do I not, like, have those already? Oh, and we need to send... Yeah, okay, there's that. Simonize 2. We're gonna send the glyphs over also. Prep and evasion. Okay. Now we're good. We'll just log out in Molten Core. Who cares? Both my Hearthstone effects are on cooldown. Oh, sorry, Toxic Damp. I didn't see your message before. You said you never did the dungeon for Ravenlord, but is it possible as a rogue? You have to have a druid to summon the boss. A druid who's done the Epic Flight Form quest. So, I mean, I'm sure you could kill the boss. But, like, to actually summon it, you've got to have the druid around there. I did not get the mount solo on my main. That's one I got when I was in a group with the guild. Let's see, we have a Drape of Icy Intent now, so we can just sell Drape of the Live to the vendor. We got a reply code on this character. Oh, let's just turn that in right now. I didn't realize what loot I had gotten. Alright. Bran's gonna tell us to look to the skies again, and it's gonna be my fault this time. Or, not Bran, Ronan. Signet ring. Boom! Receiving Bran's message.
Just in time. Let's see this thing off then.
Now we need, a red gem. Let's see, combat set. Nice, we have the soloing spec already, ready to go here. It looks like. Wait. No, never mind. This is a regular combat spec. We are gonna have to respec this character. Bright Scarlet. That's what we need. Okay. This character is the worst. It has the suckiest mount. I only have Black War Ram on this guy. So we really need to see a Raptor mount, okay? It's like right now we're struggling in the mount department on this one. Inventory's full. Simon's storage. I'll send the bombs away. Looks like we're struggling on inventory space too. Look, this character is just struggling a lot, okay? Bear with me. Boom. Okay. Whatever. Oh, wait, it should probably be like this. Tell Ronan to look up when he is in Theramore during Mists of Pandaria. Is that when the Horde attack Theramore just for the lulz and start a whole new war? Is that the plot point? I think that's what the plot point. Was there some like motivation for that attack, or was it really just like for the lulz? I'm not really up to date on a lot of the WoW lore, so feel free to inform me. We got Star Beaded Clutch, item level 252 belt, for our Flame Leviathan set. They just don't like Theramore. Was it like formerly a Horde city, and they're like, we gotta take it back? I don't know. Whatever.
Good day to you.
Alright, we've got our combat set on this character. We're gonna go with, wait, hang on. We should probably respec the assassin set, because this character sometimes...
Hello.
To unlearn my talents, yes. Yes, okay. Now I put in the exact same thing we did before. All of these talents. Yes, yes, yes. Combat talents, so very good. 3. 1, 2. Wait, I'm missing something. Close quarters combat. But I just jammed all of the talents. Why can't I progress? 29, do I need 1 point there? Okay, there we go. I fixed it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to subtlety. Opportunity. Wait, no, we don't need opportunity. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Fan of Knives glyph. Preparation. I don't have any add-on for my talents, although frankly I probably should get one with how frequently I change them around. I've been recommended to use Talented, but frankly I'm kind of a boomer and like I don't like installing new add-ons. If I can get by without the add-on, I will usually just resist installing it for a long time. What I do use for the keybinds, though, which is really nice, is called My Slot. Lets me do this. Look at, I have, like, Assassination keybinds right now. Boom. Keybinds fixed. They are now for sub-soloing spec. And we're off to the races. We already have a Swiftness of Zanza in our inventory, so I'm just going to go straight to Zul'Gurub. Toxie asked, do you still do the Karazhan gold farm thing? No. And the reason I don't do that anymore is because one day I streamed myself doing the Karazhan gold farm for like 4 hours or something, and I came out with a little over 2,000 gold, and then I was like, okay, stream's done, whatever, and I was just chilling, and one of my guildmates was like, damn, I just finished a Naxxramas Malygos Obsidian Sanctum GDKP. It took me an hour and 50 minutes, and I got a 6,000 gold payout, and that was kind of like the light bulb moment of like, okay. Even the most efficient gold farms you can do yourself are just shit compared to leveling up a new character that you just gear and play in GDKPs. Like, that's the reality of the situation now. You know, why slave away, like, having to pay attention and, like, try hard in Karazhan to pull out a meager 500 to 600 gold per hour when I could go to a raid, have fun, and walk away with way, way more gold per hour. I mean, once you start playing in... Here's the thing. Once you start regularly playing in GDKPs, it's like, the amount of... You don't even think about the gold anymore. The gold basically just becomes equivalent to DKP. You know, points that you spend on gear. It's very easy to get to just absurd amounts of gold where you have, like, really nothing to spend it on other than spending it in GDKPs, and, like, you just think differently about gold. It's not something you go out and earn, you know? Hang on, we gotta get the prediction up for the Raptor boss. Boom, predictions live. What's it gonna be? Are we gonna get the Raptor? I've got Raptor on 1 character so far, and I have Tiger on 0 characters. Funnily enough, the 1 character that I have Raptor boss on or Raptor mount is also the only character that has Fiery Warhorse. I've gotten, like, a lot of the good mounts on one of my characters, and then the other ones, like this one, have goddamn Black War Ram and Flying Mount Swift Purple Griffin. What items and consumables and even cosmetic stuff you have in your inventory at all times? I try to keep teleporter items. I don't have too many different teleporter items on my alts, but like on my main, I try to keep teleporter items in my inventory because getting around the world conveniently is like one of the most important things. Convenience items like mailbox, wormhole generator, any of the other teleporters. I've got Dire Brew's remote on my main. I've got the inscribed Band of the Kirintor, gives me an extra teleport to Dalaran. I'd say those are the most important things to keep in your inventory at all times. And then it's like, you want a good selection of like your regular consumables, bandages, poisons, that stuff. And then the rest of it is just like poorly organized stuff that I don't use very much. No, a couple of different gear sets here and there, or item swaps or weapon swaps. One of my favorite cosmetics to keep is the Iron Boot Flask, which I don't think I even have on this character. I don't know why. I gotta write that down, make sure I go pick up the Iron Boot Flask so I can turn into Iron Dwarf form. That's just a vendor in the Storm Peaks sells it to you. I think it's an Alliance-only item, because it's in like an Alliance... The vendor's in like an Alliance quest hub. I think. I'm not totally sure if it's Alliance-only, really. And I keep cool stuff like Constellus, level 252 healer mace. Yeah, don't worry, it's important. And Siphon of the Nathrazim. See, what I really like in this game is items with peculiar effects. Constellus isn't even special at all. Like, someone just gave that to me, they bought it in a GDKP on a warrior, and then they just traded it to me. Like, whatever. So, whatever, that was funny. But like, something like this is a peculiar effect. It's an interesting item. It's not just your, like, agility, critical chance, you know, some stamina, some attack power. It's got a unique, like, chance on hit proc effect. That's, like, kind of cool. And Fell Striker, super cool also. Like, so cool that, like, there's actually situations you'd use it in raiding in a competitive environment to deal more damage. And it's just like, I really like these cool items that you can find niche uses for, or even if you can't find a use for them, if they just have some kind of peculiar effect, I think that's really cool. And that's something I like collecting as much as possible on my main. Okay, we have the dragon, but we're going to go down to a life ward weapon instead. Life ward. Instant poison here. Keeping things for transmog on Cataclysm. I mean, I've got a lot of gear sets on my main. I'm not really collecting cosmetics that much on my alts, aside from these mounts. But frankly, part of doing the mount runs is because I'm pretty sure you guys like the mount runs a lot more than I like the mount runs, to be honest. I think my impression is you guys like the Gambas. And you know what? I'm happy to do it. Oh, we have a good Prayer of Fortitude. Look at that. Oh, you guys are telling me Horde has the Iron Boot Flask as well. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, just like last time. Aggro the Raptors. Maybe we get the Rizashi Hatchling this time. We'll see. Most importantly, we gotta remember to cloak off the debuff they put on us. Okay, debuff removed. Loot. Sand Fury coin, Raptor Skull. You can see the loot that's coming here. When I'm auto-looting through a bunch of things, it doesn't even pop up the window. Damn, okay. Nothing. That's fine. It's okay. Savory Snowplum. Perfect. Okay, time to engage. Raptor boss. This character is my weakest geared of all three of my rogues. Actually, this character is probably about on par now. This character's gotten some upgrades. This character, I would say, is on par with my other alt now. They're both quite good.
Your souls to Hakkar himself.
Cold Flow 98, yeah. So far, so good. I was doing internet speed tests like every couple minutes for about half an hour prior to the stream to see if it was going to be good or not. And yes, looks like it's going to be fine. Hopefully it stays that way. I was very upset yesterday with the internet crashing and effectively just making me unable to stream.
Stop casting.
Oh, sure enough, at the very moment I'm talking about that, it starts dropping frames.
Stop casting.
Okay, we gotta leave. Yeah, I'm aware. I know. I can see when it's dropping frames.
Casting. Stop casting.
Okay, keep it moving. We're gonna wait for adrenaline to come back. Maybe we do it with just evasion. But if we do it with adrenaline, we'll be sure to take him down.
Stop casting.
Okay, no more talking about yesterday's lag. That
Stop
seemed to have
casting.
jinxed it and brought back the demonic internet quality. Definitely a causal relationship right there. "38 seconds, we'll have adrenaline rush back.
Stop casting. Stop casting.
Maybe we fight him right here? I think we're good to fight right here. Come on, give me the thingy.
Stop casting.
There we go. I wouldn't put the exposed armor up. He kept parrying it or whatever. Parry, dodge, whatever. Cast wasn't going through.
Casting.
There we go. Took him down. Hang on, I'm gonna write this down. At 5,233 frames. Drop at about 1228. Okay. Good to know. I'm keeping a log of this now, of every time the internet's bad, so that when I call the internet company, I can complain about very specific things with very specific numbers of, like, this is when it was bad. And then be frustrated with them, you know. But, you know, so far so good. Okay, we got 2% believers right now. Those are the odds. Those are the odds I'm used to, okay? 2% believing that the mount is about to drop. Let's see it. Powerful Mojo, Primal Hakkari Idol. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of this either. But we're gonna vendor it. But there's no next loot page. Must be bugged. There was supposed to be another loot page where the amount was on the other loot page. But don't worry about that. Just worry about Tiger Mount. We're going to Tiger Mount next. Wound Poison main hand. And Mighty Fortitude instead of the Move Speed Elixir. Oh, also, we need to put this on. There we go. Perfect. I don't know, with those guys, sometimes I can get through them without aggroing them, also without stealthing. But I feel like other times, I try to jump through them or get past them without stealthing, and they aggro, and then it's super annoying to, like, disengage from them and mount up again. I don't really know exactly what's going on there. But, you know, whatever, we made it through this time. Easy peasy. No Edge of Madness for us. Tiger Boss is where it's at. We already put on our Wound Poison. We're just gonna roll up. Oh, we should do a Kick Focus macro. There we go. That looks like this. Cast at Focus Kick, Cast Kick. So if you don't have a focus, this just behaves like a regular kick button, but when you do have a focus, it will attempt to kick the focus target first, which is great. That's what you want. Lower aggro range sometimes. What I think it is, Lewin, what I think it is basically there's a radius around the mob where it will aggro you, but the server doesn't constantly check that. It checks it like every second or every half second or something like that. And my hypothesis is that the times that I get through without aggroing, like I'm going through that aggro range zone every time. But it's just that sometimes it happens to be aligned with the server ticks of like when it actually checks, that I'm not actually in the radius at the time it checks, because I'm only in for a very short amount of time. That's what I think is happening. But, you know, just a hypothesis.
Interrupt.
These guys are not evenly being damaged. Okay, should be good. That was a much cleaner kill than the first one. Hit my preparation, not that I need it. Okay, big tiger boss. Big tiger mount. Okay, okay. Ending submissions. What's it gonna be? Zulian headdress. Powerful mojo. Bro. There's an error. It must be an error. There's no way we kill this boss 10 weeks in a row on 3 different characters each week. Wait, that's actually only 30 kills for a 1% drop. We're actually... okay, we're still actually, you know, not expected to have gotten it by now. Okay, let me close that prediction. That's a no on the Tiger Mount, but trust me, guys, the Fiery Warhorse will definitely drop. For sure. There's no way it doesn't drop, except for like 99% of the time. It won't drop. But trust me, that's not going to be this time. We're 1%ers in this chat, okay? Clearly, as demonstrated by our previous luck. Prediction is up for if the Fiery Warhorse drops or not. And then after Warhorse, we go to Molten Core, of course. To get Thunder Fury, the most important item in the entire game. I don't have as many fancy, smanchy teleport items on this character, which is why we're running out of Zul'Gurub like a freaking pleb. But you know what? This is how we've got to get it done. We'll just run to Karazhan. Paladins in here. Trying to farm the mount, probably. The mounts, plural. Or maybe they're farming gold. I mean, in these old raids, like, if you're on a Paladin or a Death Knight, or, like, you can gear a Warrior to do this also. These, like, tank classes. Probably do it on Druid also. You can just round up a crap load of mobs. And, like, if you've got good tanking stats, they basically can't hurt you. So you just round up a crap load of mobs and AoE them down and loot everything they drop. And then, like, if you have efficient access to a vendor, you just vendor it all. And it's like, okay, now you've got a lot of, like, this is a decent gold farm. It's similar to, like, what rogues do in Karazhan, but on, you know, actual tank classes, it's significantly easier. Like, when you go into Karazhan on a rogue to farm gold, if you screw up, you will die. And if you're dying while you're farming gold, that's not very efficient. Takes you time to get back, get buffed up again into position to resume your gold farming. Death Knight and Paladin, like, those classes are ridiculous. They're not gonna struggle as much as a rogue would. The axe mobs are awful though. Perma stuns. Oh, is that from like engaging a mob for too long? Is that one of the like anti-farming things they implemented? Yeah, I guess if your Death Knight or your Paladin are super low DPS. Oh, you're talking... No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the axe thrower mobs in Zul'Gurub. Yeah, those are ones you have to avoid if you're trying to farm stuff. If you're trying to farm Zul'Gurub. Yeah, okay, I get it. Black Temple was insane at farming gold. Had to pay 1k to 6-ish people to kill the first 3 bosses. Then you kill the trash from vendor mob up to mother. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've seen some videos of it. I never tried it myself. And it sounds like Black Temple... The last thing I read about that recently was they actually just straight up locked the Black Temple raid until they could figure out how to fix whatever was going on there. They decided... I think some people were not bothering to kill the first 3 bosses and were like clipping through the walls or something as a way to more easily access those juicy trash packs that you're talking about, Killa. But yeah, I've heard about that. That sounds like even more sick than the Karazhan farming. Like definitely higher gold per hour if you can cleanly reset that raid. When you're doing a raid where like you have a raid lockout, you're actually saved to it. You have to get a little bit fancy with how you reset it. If you just walk outside and like right-click reset, it doesn't work. My understanding is what you have to do is you have to be in a party or raid, I suppose, with another character who is not saved to the raid, and then that character has to be the group leader, and then everyone has to be outside of the instance. Then that character can right-click reset, and then it'll work properly. This part's important. You gotta go in the middle of the river, because the river's not that deep. It's just deep enough that if you land in the middle, you won't take fall damage. But if you land on the sides, the water's not deep enough to stop you from taking fall damage. You could die. In we go. We're still on wound poison. Let's fix that. You find out what caused the lag yesterday? As far as I could tell, it's just bad internet service. We had one little hiccup today so far, but the rest of the stream's been good. You know, we're only at, we've been live for 90 minutes. We've dropped a total of 1.6% of the frames. There was only one time where it kind of hiccuped and was bad. So far so good. Okay, let's look. Buffs look good. Time to kill the boss. Oh, we should pre-pot indestructible potion. There we go. So now the potion cooldown is started.
Who dares attack the steed of the Huntsman?
Wow, I'm not doing that much damage. I feel like something is wrong.
Come midnight, let's disperse this petty rabble.
Did I actually have the debuff on me and not notice it? That could explain the low damage output. $50 seconds on potion. We're not likely to see a potion usage before this boss either dies or kills us. So I feel like I was just getting a whole shitload of attacks dodged. That felt like not very clean, but we got the boss down, so whatever. Whatever. Okay, closing prediction. We have only 3% believers. Let's see it. Unlucky. Badge of Justice and 42 gold, though. That's not bad. 42 gold. Hearthing to Dalaran. Next prediction. Gedden Binding. What number do you have the world text scale? I think I usually have it set to 2, so twice as big as normal. The default value is 1. You can make it really, really big if you want to. Sell all this crappy Zul'Gurub loot. I guess I'll send those to Simon Bank. Okay, Molten Core next. Little Ironforge portal. And we mount up. No fun mounts. We're stuck with Black War Ram for at least another week on this character. Although, I mean, like, the Black War Ram is kind of cool. I mean, look at those horns. The horns on this thing are huge. Kind of badass looking. And I'm definitely just coping because I don't have a cooler mount, okay? Like, but look at the horns, dude. The horns and it's got glowing eyes. I mean, that is kind of badass.
Great to meet you.
For someone who doesn't have access to anything even remotely cool or rare. It's kind of badass. I wonder how much gold I get from doing this each week. You know, the bosses, let's see, the Zul'Gurub bosses, they each drop about 25 gold, 20 to 25 gold a piece. Call it 45 gold together. The Horsemen just dropped 42 gold. Call that 40, we're up to 85. Baron Gedden and Garr don't drop any coin. But they do drop items. Let's say the average item vendors for 5 gold. Then you've got 4 items from Zul'Gurub, 2 more items from Karazhan, and 4 more items from Molten Core. That's, you know, if we say 5 gold average, that's another 50 gold. So we're up to 135 gold for doing this circuit, which definitely pays for the respec there and back at the very least. Even the glyphs too. So that's not too bad. I think we're actually gaining gold. Maybe if I consider the consumable costs, then we're probably like breaking even on the gold, I would say. Rogue leveling up with the Joyous Journeys. Invis Meat. Okay, interesting name. I get how, like, invisibility, Invis, that's kind of, like, on theme with Rogue, but, like, I don't know why he called himself Invis Meat. The second part of the name, I don't quite understand. Little awkward, I would say. Look at that, Signet Ring. We got the Signet Ring and the Drape of Icy Intent recently on this guy. Pretty nice. Okay, third character does not have as much to do, because the third character already has Raptor Mount, already has Fiery Warhorse. So on the third rogue, we're just going to do Molten Core, and we're going to do Magisters Terrace. And then on the Death Knight, we just are going to do Molten Core.
Sun guides us. Keep your wits about you.
Oh, whoopsies.
State your business. We will have justice.
There we go, into Molten Core. Probably heal up a little bit. Health's kind of on the low side. If we fall into the lava like we sometimes do, might want to have a little more health than that. Okay, when we go to Baron Gedden this time also, we have to remember to pre-pop the major fire protection potion. That's pretty important. It's a lot of extra health. Oh, uh-oh. Wait, I'm okay. I don't think I'm falling into the lava yet. Nice. Clutched it out in the end. Man, Molten Core, what a classic. Been through these caverns more times than I'd like to say. What the? Uh-oh. I aggroed this. And now I've aggroed that also. Am I going to aggro anything else? Hopefully not. Okay. You already have a binding on your DK, so maybe Thunder Fury today? Yeah, I do. I mean, we could just get a double on one of the rogues. That would be way cooler, honestly. We just, you know, you could just get both in one run. That's a thing. You know, we're going to get a, you know, we could just get Thunder Fury on one of the rogues before we get it on the Death Knight. Thundarin solo when? Probably not. Okay, so there's two things. Like, if I'm gonna summon Thunderen, there's either two ways to go about it. One, try to solo it. Two, bring as many combat rogues as I possibly can to kill it in less than a second by having everyone press killing spree the moment it goes hostile. Those are the two approaches. There's no in between. I think the better way to do it is to just solo it. Honestly. Because, like, that's way better content. Who even knows what happens if you fail to kill Thunderen? Like, do you just get to summon him again? Or are you just effed and lose your Thunder Fury? I mean, can you abandon the quest and resummon him? I feel like if you could abandon the quest and resummon him, I'd have seen a lot more people do that. Well, maybe not. Maybe not, because, like, who wants to just sit on not having Thunder Fury forever and instead be able to summon Thunderen? Does that, like, even matter? I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but it's like, come on, bro. Let's see. We need to heal. We eat, and we wait for Baron Gedden to show up. We got 2 minutes on Kings and 3 minutes on Agility. Oh, here he comes. Please heal faster. Please heal faster. Okay, we're good. Kings, Agility, pre-pot Fire Potion. There we go. Engage.
Run out.
There we go. We're fighting again. I should have cloaked the first one just to put cloak on cooldown, because I think it was a mistake trying to feint the first.
Run out.
Yeah, I can cloak this one. That's fine. Though I think it was a mistake trying to feint the first living bomb. Okay. Do another fire potion.
Run out.
Good. Keep using Ghostly Strike as often as possible. Gonna cloak this one. Assuming he's about to, yep.
Run out.
Frick. I'm gonna take full damage from this. No, I'm not. Nice, got the feint off. That was clutch. Good timing. Got a lot of bandage usage, and still had the feint active for that living bomb. If you go out and you bandage, and then as a result of that you end up taking full damage from a living bomb, it's kind of like, what was the point of bandaging? Because you just took way more damage from the living bomb than you needed to. Okay, Baron Gedden's down. Making it look easy here. 2% believers only. Does anyone else want to get in on this? Like, are we really sitting at 2% believers right now? We have 4 people on the doubting side who have bet a total of 617,000 channel points. Okay. Okay, whatever. I see how it is. Closing submissions. looting my binding. Essence of Fire, Fiery Core, Seal of the Archmagus, Binding of the Windseeker. There it is, you guys. There it is. I told you. I mean, just like I tell you every single week, but this time I told you guys. I told you guys, Binding of the Windseeker from Baron Gedden. Ah, yeah. Ah, there it is. Feels good. Ah, feels good, man. Binding of the Windseeker, the left half of Thundaron's Eternal Prison. And also an Obsidian Edged Blade that sells for 9 gold 46. There you go. Sad to be a doubter? Yeah, dude. Just lost all your points. Unlucky. Okay, now, here we go. We have a potential to see a double, okay? We could also get one from Garr in the same instance ID and complete a Thunder Fury today, okay? This is a big deal. This is the next prediction. We're going for the Garr binding now. We're going for the Garr binding. We're going for the double, okay? I need all your energy. Like Goku. Wait, Lord Beerus, what fight was it where Goku was fighting against someone and he needed all of his friends to channel his energy? Who is Goku fighting against? I don't know the Dragon Ball Z lore, but I expect with your name being Lord Beerus, you might know better. But I know the whole thing of, like, against Cell. Okay, yeah, right. It's exactly like Goku fighting against Cell. I need all of your guys' energy to get this second binding to drop and get the double, okay? This is very important. All of them starting from Frieza. Oh, okay. So, one person saying it was against Beerus, against Kid Buu, against Frieza, against Cell. Okay, whatever. Oh, wait, we aggroed the stupid dog. That's fine. Stunned? Annoying. Wait, this is actually bindings 2 weeks in a row now. Last week we got one on the Death Knight, which, I mean, it only kind of counts because Death Knights are lame. But, like, this is technically bindings 2 weeks in a row. We need to heal. Okay. Okay, indestructible potion. Throw. Go Ghostly Strike, Slice and Dice, change target to Garr, Evasion, Blade Flurry, Adrenaline Rush, Repost, hit some Fan of Knives, little Expose Armor on Garr, re-up my Slice and Dice, re-up my Blade Flurry, re-up my Evasion, keep going with the Fan of Knives. Check my buffs. He has not robbed me of any of my good buffs yet. Okay. All the ads are dead. Mano a mano. Me and Garr. We have... Oh, we just took away our kings. Refresh that. Repost again. Good. Put up the Expose Armor, put up the Ghostly Strike, re-up the Slice and Dice. He took away this one. Refresh that. Do a new Rupture. Our health's getting kind of low. We're not as far ahead as I would like to be at this point. Re-up the agility buff there. Expose. No, repost. Expose. Ghostly Strike. Re-up my Slice and Dice. Put up my King's buff again. Whoopsies, this one. Re-Rupture. Oh, we took a big crit there. That was not good. We have Healing Potion accessible. There we go. We lived till the Healing Potion. That's nice. Okay. This is it. This is where we get 2 bindings, where we are finally rewarded for our hard work and effort of farming these bosses. And then I get to change mains to Simonize 2. Okay, that's what's about to happen here. We have 31% believers and 69% doubters. Let's see it. Let's see it. Essence of Earth. Gut-Gore Ripper. Lava Core. Cenarian Helm. This is it. When I click this, it's going to show me the next page of loot that either has the binding or doesn't. Fuck! Oh, no! We were this close, you guys. This close. Trust me, we're this close to getting the binding. And instead, we got stupid Quick Strike Ring. Unlucky. Unlucky, dude. We're just gonna have to get the binding on a different character. Okay. So, let's... Yeah, probably bugged. Definitely bugged. Let's see. Deploy the portable mailbox. Send mail to Simon 3. Glyph of Prep, Glyph of Evasion, Drum, this, that. This one. Also send over this one and that. And the elixirs. And the rune scrolls. And the agility scrolls also. Okay. We've got a couple more tries to complete a Thunder Fury today. And you know, we made good progress on one of our Thunder Furies. So can't be that mad. Okay? You know, we missed the golden opportunity to get the double. But we could still just get a double on the next rogue. On good old Simon 3. Do you already have Elementium for it? Nah, dude. What's going to happen is, if we actually have to do the quest, I'm just going to start a Blackwing Lair run where I have all the Elementium ore reserved. And frankly, it doesn't take much to clear Blackwing Lair these days. We found out, for the majority of the instance, it actually only takes 3 rogues. And if you want to kill Nefarian, who doesn't even drop Elementium ore, you can do it with 4 rogues. Like, you don't even need a proper combination of, like, healers and tanks and bullshit. You can just send it. I mean, a lot of the, you know, there's probably classes that could solo a lot of the bosses. I'm in storage. Send some of our explosives away. So we have more inventory room. Do we want to send anything else away? Oh, we only have 4 savory snow plums. Okay, we got to get more savory snow plums. That's not something, you know, it's not okay to go without. On the Death Knight, oh my god, I would actually be so tilted if we got it on the Death Knight before I got Thunder Fury on any of the rogues. Okay, this character, we're going to start off by going to Magisters Terrace. Going for the Swift White Hawk Strider. And then from there, we'll go to Molten Core. We're not doing Zul'Gurub or Karazhan on this character. As you can tell, we already have the Karazhan mount. First or second boss, but rest probably, yes, as DK/Paladin. Yeah, actually, that makes sense, Catform TV. The first two bosses have, they're special. They're incredibly difficult to solo. Okay, prediction is up for Swift White Hawk Strider. Drops off Kael'thas, final boss of Heroic Magisters Terrace. Oh, I forgot to check. Yeah, I was pretty sure. We actually already have the soloing spec ready to go on this character, so I don't need to change it up. Perfect. Fan, evasion, prep. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Also, we need not the dragon. Ugh, Golem Shard. Ugh, gross. Dude, I don't even have multiple boot blades on this character. Dungeon difficulty, heroic. Perfect. Okay, in we go. Yeah, we got one binding so far. Today's a good day. Today is a good day. Bro. Awkward. I thought I could walk past those guys. Okay, I guess we have to stealth. Oh, I actually have fast stealth because I'm in the subtlety. I'm in the soloing spec, so we have fast stealth. It's not nearly as bad as not having fast stealth. Alright, I learned if you burn cooldowns, you can just go up to the boss. All of these guys will aggro. You burn cooldowns, you AoE them down with the boss. A little more difficult to do that if you don't use your cooldowns. And also, the next boss, Vexalis, you really want to have your cooldowns available, I would say. That boss I've actually died to a couple of times when I didn't have cooldowns available. Maybe you'll get the the Firehawk hatchling thing. Yeah, the non-combat pet. That's something that could drop as well. What is the bag in here? Is the bag a 20 slaughter? Right, I've got imbued netherweave. I think the sun satchel or whatever it's called is a 20 slaughter. That's a thing we could get to. Alright, heal. Oh, it's an 18. Gross. Disgusting. Sun touch satchel. Is that really true? I'm gonna be honest. I'm doubting. This is what it's called? No, what is it? What is it called? Sun-touched satchel. Oh, there wasn't a hyphen. Yeah, it is a 20 slaughter. This is the one that comes from this dungeon. Sun-touched satchel. Boom. Bro, these guys hurt when you don't resist their spells. Where's Simon 4? in Stormwind at level 16 and is probably never going to leave there. Or that level. Okay, we can eat up Blackened Dragonfin. Heal up a little bit, then we'll... Oh, you know why those combats were a little more difficult than they should be? Lost too much health. I didn't put poisons on my weapons or any of my buffs. Oops. Okay, let's do the buffs like they're supposed to be. Get rid of the flask. Do this one. Do that one. Forgotten Kings. Rune Scroll of Fortitude. Okay. Much better. Much better. Also poisons. Instant there. Deadly right here. Okay, now we're powered up.
Waste my time.
I'm gonna try to not use any cooldowns fighting this guy, so I can have him for a next boss. I think we're gonna need to use cooldowns, though. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay. He is hitting us for 2,000. Okay, we made it. We made it. Loot your badge. Always remember to loot your badges. How many badges? I got 58 Badge of Justice and 605 Emblem of Conquest. Holy moly. We're gonna have a lot of excess gems when it comes to next phase. That's what we're gonna have. A lot more gems than we need to fully gem out all of our gear with epic gems. Okay, I'm skipping all these stupid worms. They're super annoying. And, like, I know when you kill them, you get a damage buff. But it's a temporary Where are they going? What are they doing? But it's a temporary damage buff. And it's really difficult to engage the boss with that buff active and engage the boss with full health when you're solo. So I just skip those worms entirely. We're gonna throw a sap on this person. Into the boss. Okay, big damage buff active right now. Nice. I love that boss. Those debuffs I was getting were, they were hurting me, but they were also super duper jacking up my damage output, which is nice. Okay, we got the worst loot this guy can drop. He has a couple weapon drops that sell for like 13 or 14 gold each, but instead we got Fell-Tinged Mantle, which sells for 3 gold. Which boss debuff that increase your damage the best one? Ooh. Lotheb for sure. So that's actually something I really like, is bosses where they have mechanics where you do the mechanic properly and it increases your damage output. I think it's super lame when bosses are designed in a way where, like, dealing with the mechanic lowers your damage output. I think that's way less interesting. And Lotheb is a special one among all the bosses that increase your damage output, because what Lotheb does is jacks up your critical strike chance, and it improves it so much that you can actually build a special gear set specifically for Lotheb, because having so much extra crit changes how you want to gear the rest of your character. So you can have a special gear set for Lotheb to optimize your damage while having Spore buff active. You know, whereas like on Thaddeus, where it's just like increases your damage output by 150%, there's nothing super interesting going on there. Like, you gear your character and play your character almost identically. The gear is identical. You can play around the debuff, like falling and coming back up by like pooling energy or whatever. But there's nothing interesting from a gearing perspective on Thaddeus. Aside from, like, if you have a directional attack, you're basically boned.
Interrupt.
You're going to be the one doing the Phase 3 Bistless on Wowhead. Yep, it's already done. Just, you know, Wowhead hasn't decided to put it public yet, which is not up to me when that happens. Oh, Burning Adrenaline from Veilstraz? Yeah, that's another top tier boss that increases your damage output. Because it operates similarly to Lotheb, where it changes how you play and how you gear your character. Because you have unlimited energy, you make a lot of different decisions than you would otherwise. Those are really the exceptional, most fun bosses. Where you have to think about, okay, you've got this unique power enhancement. How do you best make use of that? How do you make your decisions differently on your character? Netherspite? Yeah, Netherspite's kind of weird, but like, what I don't like about Netherspite is like, one person gets to be the star of the show. And it's like, if you're not that person, it's kind of lame. And like, Lotheb has that a little bit. It's like, you really want to be on the first spore. But on Veilstraz, it's like, everyone gets to enjoy the pump. Oh, these guys are actually hurting a lot. There, okay, we made it. Seiko coming in with a Prime. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate your support. Welcome to the stream.
But Tempest Keep was merely a setback.
As you know, Seiko, Tempest Keep was merely a setback.
To some blind, half-night elf mongrel?
Time for Kael'thas Sunstrider.
He was merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It has all led to this.
Thanks for your knowledge. Well, you're very welcome, Seiko. I'm glad you guys enjoy my borderline unhealthy. Maybe it's even cringe to say it's borderline. Maybe it's just straight up unhealthy obsession with this game. Not life stealing, life ward. Heals me for a lot. Interrupt. The fireballs he casts are actually pretty painful. You do want to interrupt them.
Collapse.
Phoenix, where are you at?
I'll turn your world upside.
Phoenix Egg is dead. Okay, run away from the bubbles. Now we go back. Bro, freaking bubbles, man.
Master,
Almost had him.
grant me strength. My demise.
There we go. Can you explain derivatives? No, that's a premium feature only. You gotta pay extra for that. different website for that kind of content. It's not safe for Twitch. Okay, let's check this prediction. Who's up on Swift White Hawk Strider? Oh, no, dude. No, shit, dude. It was at 69% believers when I tabbed over. And then someone dumped a fat load on the doubter side. And it is no longer 69% believers. Okay. Okay. I see how it is, you guys. No one wants me to get the Swift White Hawk Strider. Badge of Justice, Nether Force chest plate. It's because I was too slow clicking the end prediction. That's why it is. That I'll take that one as my fault. I should have clicked end prediction when it was at 69% believers. Next we go to back into a little Molten Core. How about that? We'll get another Gedden binding today. For sure. We're getting a double. We're completing Thunder Fury. Okay? We've worked too hard to not be rewarded by an entirely random outcome event. Okay? Sell this. Sell this. Vendor the Primal Nether. Waste of time putting Primal Nethers up on the auction house. Let me tell you what. I've tried. A lot of times. Did I sell anything good? I always like to double check because my inventory, you know, not very well organized. Yeah, no stealth. We now have Gedden binding on Simon 2, and we have Garr binding on Death Knight. Death Knight is called Simonizer. You know, whatever. They're all basically called the same thing. I was really, really hype getting the Gedden one because there was a chance that we would get a double. You know, 2 bindings in one run, which is just insane. But it didn't happen. Thorium point. Man, we got 92,000 gold on this character. This is the character I geared up mostly through GDKPs. Actually, I think entirely through GDKPs. I did play this character a couple times in guild runs, but I don't believe I ever received items in guild runs. So this is all, you know, not buying gold, gear purchased in GDKP. I've got an intruder shoulder right here. I'm just not using it in this gear set. Solar bindings, embrace, drape, pendulum. We got a twister, a Serenite dragon, whirlers. Oh, I don't have Skyforge on this guy. Dark matter. I think this was 25,000 gold. This was like 22. I paid out the ass for the pendulum and the intruders. The pendulum was like 125,000, and I think the intruders was 105,000. Did the token have any impact on the pot sizes in GDKP? I don't really think so. I think most people who are buying gold to go to GDKPs are still buying gold from third parties, which offer just a significantly better rate. What the token did do, though, is my feeling is that it kind of impacted the immersion. Like, before, when there wasn't a token, in the GDKPs I played in, people bid with gold. You know, they talked about gold. They said, wow, this is a lot of gold. Oh, here's your gold payout. Whatever. The first GDKP raid I did after the token got added, people were immediately commenting about how many dollars this item sold for. How many dollars the payout is. And that was like, no one ever talked about how many US dollars were being exchanged within the World of Warcraft, you know, GDKP raids I was doing previously. Now, I'm sure some raids that was common, but not in the ones I did. And I really didn't like that. I feel like that's really immersion breaking. Like, I know people are buying gold. Like, I choose not to participate in that. And when it's not blatant and obvious, like, it doesn't affect my immersion that much. It's like, whatever. But now that, like, people are on voice comms being like, wow, that Flare of the Heavens sold for $300. It kind of ruins it for me.
The reckoning is at hand.
So, yeah, that's what I feel like the main effect of the token is. It's like, people just think about dollars in the game now. And it really negatively impacts my immersion when, and like my enjoyment of the game when people are now talking about how many dollars this activity is worth, how many dollars per hour one gold farm is versus another, or whatever. Can we make it through this, or are we gonna have to kill one of these dogs? Yeah, we aggroed a dog. Right. Of course we did. In raids is what I mean if you are wondering... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, what spec will you play mostly next phase? Probably both, just like I do now. Just switch between, you know, the different specs depending on the encounter or depending on what my team needs. You know, like, sometimes you need a combat rogue to apply the 4% physical debuff, because that only comes from combat rogues and arms warriors, and let's be real, no one's bringing an arms warrior to a freaking raid. They're so bad. So it's like you gotta have at least one guy doing dedicated combat, and then like some encounters, combat's just gonna be straight up better damage, and other encounters, assassination will be better damage, just by the nature of like, combat is really good at doing damage to multiple targets. So fights like Lord Jaraxxus, combat's very good on. Or like if you're going for overall damage on a Nubarok, yeah, combat's the way to go. But like on a Nubarok, if you don't care about the damage to the burrowers, maybe you're just trying to tunnel the boss and kill the boss as fast as possible, fuck combat. That is not the way to go. If your goal is killing the boss as fast as possible, you want to be Assassination. Do way more boss damage, single target damage. The special, you know, the strength of Assassination is single target damage. And almost all the gear is identical. It's like you have 2 different weapons and 3 gem slots that'll be different. One spec to the other. So it shouldn't be that difficult to set up like a combat set and a assassination set. Because so many of the items are just actually the same items. What was on this guy? Oh, Wicked Claw. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna wait for... wait, no, I think we can do it. I think we can do it now. Just send it. It'll be fine, you guys. I won't lose by, you know, 500 health. See, look, I already reached maximum health from life wards.
Run out.
Cloaking. Hitting my prep. Gonna evasion again when he comes in. And Blade Flurry. Used our Cloak of Shadows nice and early that time. Get a feint here. Get out of there.
Run out.
We're fine. Out the feint. Ghostly Strike. Repost. Fire Potion faded. Drink another one. Gotta bail.
Run out. Run out.
That's a cloak plus rocket boot to get far enough away. Right after he did
Run out.
Inferno. And then I can use that time to bandage. Looking good here. Still have plenty of health. So yeah, this is a kill for sure. It would be extremely difficult for me to screw this one up at this, given this current position. Fuzzy, how's it going? Good afternoon. We got one binding already today. You think we can get another one? The prediction is up right now. Won't be up for much longer because we're about to kill the boss. Frick, that was a bad timing for evasion.
Run out.
Got him. You voted no? Okay. Just to prove you wrong, Fuzzy in particular, specifically to spite you, I'm going to loot a binding right now. Submissions are closed. Essence of Fire, Fiery Core, Seal of the Archmagus. Next page, this is where we have the binding. Right there is the Lawbringer Spalders, exactly what I was talking about. Okay, Lawbringer Spalders. I must have typoed the prediction. I was talking about Lawbringer Spalders. I know the prediction says Gedden binding. Just to honor, you guys saw Gedden binding. I meant Lawbringer Spalders. I'm gonna pay this out as a no because Gedden binding didn't drop. But what? That was just a miscommunication. Really. But now we'll go for the Garr binding instead, okay? Prediction for Garr binding is up. How do you do these instances without being in a raid group? There's a nice little macro that puts you, temporarily into a raid group. That's what I use. You only have to be in a raid group when you zone in. So that works perfectly. You can see that on the Discord. Petty be back. Hello. How's it going? Says, you are great. I'm glad you think so. Can you please explain the importance of proofs for math? Well, basically, maths is all just a game. And, game of logic puzzles. And proofs are the agreed upon way to establish mathematical truths. Really, what it is it's not really mathematical truths. It's, you start with a set of axioms, things you don't actually even question. You're just like, okay, if we have these axioms, they're fundamental things about how numbers work, or whatever. You can create new systems and have new axioms, whatever. You don't question those. But then the game is, okay, given these axioms, what are logical conclusions from those axiomatic statements? And you use mathematical proof as the method to, determine what are logical conclusions and what aren't. Oxy, you said, there's a thing I still don't understand about the weapon specialization in combat. You only need one weapon to trigger it, or you need both? So if you have... you have main hand hits and offhand hits. Like, if I took this and I did... Do I have a sword in my inventory? No. But I have a mace. So, like, this is a mace. It works with mace specialization. Okay? My offhand weapon hits will benefit from mace specialization because I have a mace there. My main hand is a fist. Even if I had mace specialization, and even though I have one in the offhand, it doesn't do anything because the main hand is not a mace. It applies weapon by weapon. To be efficient, you usually want both of the weapons to be the same type, so both of them get the benefit from one of the talents. But you could have, like, both close quarters combat and mace specialization, and then your main hand would get 5% crit, and your offhand with this setup would get armor ignore, or whatever. It's weapon by weapon. But now, it's not time for talent questions and crap. It's time for Garr and looting bindings. He took away my Mark of the Wild. How rude. I'm gonna hold the Ghostly Strike until my evasion fades. It's not really that useful overlapping the two. Let's see, what are our buffs? Okay, buffs are good. Boss will periodically dispel magical buffs, and sometimes he takes away important ones, and then I have to reapply them. Redo Ghostly Strike just as often as possible. He has now robbed me of Blessing of Kings. So reapply that. Kings and Mark the Wild are down. Alright, we got Ghostly Strike coming back. There it is. 28 seconds to Blade Flurry. We've got Potion available, but it looks like we don't need it. Nice. Taking him down. Didn't even need a Potion activation. Okay. Garr binding. We're just farming bindings these days. 3% believers. Let's do it. Core of Earth, Essence of Earth, Deep Rock Salt, Spellheart Horns, Lava Core, Lawbringer Helm to go with the Lawbringer Shoulders that we got from Baron Gedden. That's nice. And a... Wrong one. Okay. That's a nope. Boss bugged again? Yeah, dude. Kind of weird champ, honestly. Okay. We have one more chance. We're going on the Death Knight, who already has the Garr binding. We're going to come in and we're going to kill Gedden and complete a Thunder Fury. Okay. Fuzzy asking about dual wield spec. Important. Yes. Dual wield specialization is point for point one of the strongest talents in the entire combat tree. It is very, very good for PvE damage output. Okay. This dude has a binding. So now we're cursed with having to play him every single week to try to get the other binding. Prediction, start, Gedden binding. Look at this. We already have Garr binding, the right half of Thundaren's eternal prison. Now, when we do this on the Death Knight, you're going to observe that it's very different than how we do it on the Rogue. I'll just say that, and you'll see. Iwabu asks, you're currently playing Season of Mastery and progressing through Blackwing Lair. Is it true if you have 5/5 precision and 308 weapon skill, you only need 1% hit on gear for cap? I think you should just probably have a lot more than that. I don't remember specifically. I know weapon skill influences your ability hit cap, but typically rogues are just going to have way more bonus hit than their ability hit cap, and that is totally fine and good, because it still increases the rate at which they land their auto attacks. So being well over your ability hit cap is just not a big deal. I'm not sure what exactly your gear situation is, but as far as I remember, like, I never really worried about my ability hit cap as a rogue in Classic, because, like, I just always had an abundance of hit on gear, because it's just a good stat. Like, you're not trying to avoid it. You're not trying to go exactly to the ability hit cap and then avoid it. You're just trying to get it. You're just trying to get the items that have the most stats on them, and sometimes they have hit, and hit is another good stat. Alright. Is today the day that we release Thundaren from his eternal prison? Certainly it's not going to happen on any of the rogues, because we already tried. But it could still happen on Death Knight Mr. Simonizer. We got a nice little blood talent specialization, 52 points down into blood. This spec is entirely designed for soloing content. It's not really designed for tanking or bosses or anything like that. We got Epidemic, we got some dodge chance here, Ravenous Dead for the strength bonus. Frost, we have our basic armor bonus, and this thing, reduces enemy attack speed. That's good. This is just a random point, doesn't really matter. And then Blood has a lot of good stuff. Frankly, we could probably, like, take this point. I'd bet there's something better to put that point into. Corpse Explosion doesn't matter. Reduces chance your... Nope. These talents all suck. But maybe we could find something good in Blood to put that 1 point into. Blood Strikes and Heart Strikes have 5% chance to launch a free Death Coil. Or we could get Will of the Necropolis. I'd say this is a very whatever. We gotta land deep in the lava so we don't take fall damage. Will of the Necropolis is definitely not needed for this. I understand the talent is generally good, but I wouldn't say it is needed. And I mean, I speak with confidence. We've done this a lot of times.
The dark times will pass. Remember the
Frick,
Sunwell.
I was too slow.
Our enemies will fall. Shorelaran,
Bro.
Naria Shola. The reckoning is
There we go. Okay. This is it, the final binding run of the day. Only killing one boss because we already have the binding from the other boss, obviously. Just heal myself. Oopsies. Not really a big deal. I'm gonna have to fight this guy, though. That's annoying. Oh, yeah, okay. I was trying to squeeze by without having to fight him. We're in Blood Presence because we don't actually need the damage mitigation of Frost Presence to survive this, so might as well deal 15% more damage. The really big downside of Death Knight is it does less damage than a rogue. Well, mine does. My Death Knight deals less damage than my rogues. So while we can basically turn off our brain entirely and still solo these bosses on Death Knight, it does just go slightly slower. Oh wait, I should be Unholy Presence. This gives me a move speed bonus while we're just moving towards Baron Gedden. Iwabu, yeah. Oh, so your Dark Mantle gear, you could basically just think of it as equivalent power level to AQ 40 gear. You should absolutely be using Dark Mantle 4-piece right up until you're basically like full bis out of AQ 40. It's on par in terms of damage output with the AQ 40 gear. Like when you upgrade all those slots with AQ 40 gear, basically what you're gaining is not significant damage output, it's significant survivability and just like higher stamina on the pieces. I would say like that's not even close to debatable. Dark Mantle is ridiculously overpowered. Okay, Mr. Corehound. Dude, I actually feel, like, so bad. Just, like, seeing how much slower the Death Knight kills these guys. Slow and steady wins the race. We'll see who wins the race. I have one binding on Team Death Knight already, and one binding... Oh, we're just gonna... Hang on. Look at this. We're just gonna pull Gedden with this mob. There we go. Now we can just AoE them both down together, honestly. Dancing Rune Weapon is out. We're obliterating. We've got to get into position, though. That part we didn't do properly.
Run out.
This is the position. Because I take very little fall damage. When I get knocked up by the living bomb explosions.
Run out.
See, we're just gonna chill.
Run out.
Yeah, we're not gonna run away from these inferno things. It's totally fine. Wait. Holy shit, is it not totally fine? Our health is low. Mark of Blood.
Run out.
There we go. Okay, now we're back to being totally fine. Oh yeah, the final ticks of that thing hurt slightly. Re-up the disease.
Run out.
Still got more defensive cooldowns. Don't worry. The defensive cooldowns, they just keep coming back.
Run out.
Okay, now we're gonna do Vampiric Blood and some Death Strikes.
Run
So
out.
we live that one. I could just Frost Presence and not really have to think anymore. That's another strategy I could employ. But I really want to kill the boss slightly faster with the additional damage of
Run out.
this one. Blood Presence.
Run out.
Icebound Fortitude. Nice.
Run out.
Bro, I'm actually gonna... I think I'm just gonna go Frost Presence. Frick this boss. Hate it. Thought I was gonna come in here in style. I probably just got unlucky. Is probably it. Just unlucky with, you know, dodges and parries and stuff. Is your hardcore still alive? Yes. Yes. Level 41 right now. Okay. This is where we do it. This is where we complete the Thunder Fury. Who wants to get in on this prediction right before I loot the binding? Just like I proved to you guys I can loot bindings earlier today. But it's still only 5% of you are believing that I'm going to loot the binding right now. Yeah, damn right, 6%. See that number get up to at least 10%. Or not, or, you know, you guys can do whatever you want. Okay, closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. 6% believers. Essence of Fire, Heart of Fire, Elemental Fire, Fiery Core, Burning Pitch, Seal the Archmagus. Next page has the binding. Let's see it. Flame Guard Gauntlets. Not exactly what we were looking for. Unfortunate. Not quite. Next week, we've got 2 characters that each have 1 binding, and 2 characters that have none. You know? We could do it. You let your diseases fall off so Death Strike wasn't... Wait, hang on. Does Death Strike heal based on the number of diseases? Thought it just dealt more damage when you had more diseases. Heals for each of his diseases on the target. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Turns out, most people know more about Death Knight than me. What are my expectations on the Riot MMO? I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it. It seems to me like they're putting in a lot of effort into it. That it's like a really big project that they're pretty heavily invested in. And I mean, they got League of Legends money. Like, Riot's a big game company.